to the Governor's School for the Arts. So glad to see you guys back. Yes. You know, you guys have a big responsibility in carrying on the beauty of the arts and passing it along. And hello to everybody who's found us online. So glad that you can make it. Let's get things rolling. On behalf of the Kentucky Department of Tourism, visit Lex.com, Martin Guitars, and the City of Lexington. Welcome to the Lyric Theater and the 1,144th taping session of the Woodsongs Old Time Radio Hour. So now is the time to do so. If you haven't already done so, please turn off your cell phone ringers. Don't want your cell phones going off. If you'd like to take photos, that's perfectly fine. Just please, no flash photography. Make sure there's a big old slash across that lightning bolt. Make things easier for the crew at the end of the night. Whatever you brought in with you, please take it out. Leave no trace. And as many of you know, Woodsongs is an audience participation show. We love to capture your laughter, your applause, your reactions, and you get your own line at the end of the show. We've got mics up here just for you to capture all of this. Now, at the end of the show, Michael, he's going to put his hand up kind of like this to let you know to be at the ready, and he'll say, next week on the, and that's your cue to very loudly say, with those outside voices like you've been riding in a bus all day, and want to let out some energy, you'll reply, Woodsongs Old Time Radio Hour, followed by lots and lots of cheering and clapping. Now, they're going to set the levels in the back, and you guys are going to get to give this a good practice go. And you know, you guys, with the arts, you're being put on the spot. Going to test your drama skills. Okay. Next week on the Woodsongs Old Time Radio Hour. I love it when you guys do it every single time. Now, as long as nothing goes wrong, the show should be ending right about an hour, followed by the encore section. Michael oftentimes has a special announcement, a little story, and you know the artist will throw down something extra special just for you, so please stay seated for that encore. Okay, my eyes are on you guys. Are you ready for the show to begin? You know, if you're front and center, you shouldn't be on your phone when I'm asking that question. So I'll give you another go. Let it out. Are you guys ready for the show to begin? Let's welcome to the stage the host of the Woodsongs Old Time Radio Hour, musician Michael Jonathan.
Hey everybody, welcome to Monday night. Let's say hi to our chief engineer, Jerome Galt, sitting in the back of the room back there, taking care of things. Up in the TV booth is Miss Maria and the television crew. For those that are here for the very first time, Woodsongs is an all-volunteer run broadcast. These folks work very, very hard. Look how many wires it takes to do an acoustic radio show and television broadcast. They deserve a big round of thanks before we even start. I'm on stage tonight with two very dear friends of mine, Dana and Sharon. They're going to play flute with me on the opening song, and we have a beautiful broadcast for you. Remember that most shows will begin and end in about 59 minutes if nothing breaks. Every once in a while, something happens, we have to stop the show. Don't let it bother you. These crew members will be all over it like white on rice. They're very good at what they do. And the artists know what's going on, so everything's fine there. But usually we'll begin and end in 59 minutes. After that, there'll be encores for you as a thank you for coming out to see the show tonight. During the broadcast, there's movement on stage. I have to move around. The crew has to move around. Cameras move around. Don't let that bother you, and don't think that anybody's being rude to our artists. They know what's going on. They're fine with it. This is television and radio and online and live production all at once. So it's complicated, but it's also a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and see if we're ready. Audio ready? Ready. Television ready upstairs? We good? That's your thumb, right? Okay. Okay, and Miss Kimber is going to be our clock person tonight. Okay, let's go.
Support for Woodsong Show number 1144 is provided by the Kentucky Department of Tourism, Martin Guitars, Visit Lex.com, the Lyric Theater, Travel Host Magazine, our family of Woodsong's partners, and special thanks to the beautiful Spring Hill Suites, welcoming visitors to Lexington, Kentucky, the horse capital of the world, celebrating 250 years, and home for parks, museums, festivals, great music, and wood songs. Take your next vacation trip to the musical Stave, Kentucky. For information, visit our website at woodsongs.com.
Here on the Louisiana Hayride. His name is
Hank Williams, the drifting cowboy.
On the Grand Ole Opry, Bill Monroe and his Bluegrass Boys.
Hi, this is Emmylou Harris.
Hi, folks. This is Sam Bush.
Hello, this is Odetta.
This is Joan Baez, and you're listening to the Woodsongs Old Time Radio Hour.
And now, gather the family around and sit back in your easy chair. It's time again for the Woodsongs Old Time Radio Hour, our worldwide celebration of grassroots music. Let's welcome folk singer Michael Jonathan.
Hair of gold and eyes like stars shine like diamonds on my heart. You are love and earth to me, so flowers I will give to thee. The morning sun like marigolds I will give for you to hold. All my love and loyalty, they're in these flowers I give to thee. I will give you roses red, I'll pick for you a flower bed, a living crimson tapestry, flowers I will give to thee. I hope the nighttime stars that shine give you rest and peace of mind. In the morning light you'll see a world of flowers I give to thee. I will give you roses red, I'll pick for you a flower bed, a living crimson tapestry, flowers I will give to thee.
Wood Songs is presented in part by our family of Wood Songs partners, by the Kentucky Department of Tourism and VisitLux.com, inviting people from all over the world to visit our lakes, mountains, parks, sports, music, and art festivals, and more. You can explore everything Kentucky has to offer your family vacation online at KentuckyTourism.com. And by the Deering Banjo Company, making handcrafted banjos for professionals and front porch pickers. You can visit their full catalog of banjos on DeeringBanjos.com.
And welcome, everybody, to the beautiful and historic Lyric Theater in our hometown of Lexington, Kentucky. We are broadcasting all over the world, from Australia to Ireland, New Zealand to New York, Yuma, Arizona, Yukon, across Canada, everywhere. And artists come to our stage here in Lexington. Why? Because we're celebrating this amazing, beautiful world of grassroots, real, organic music. Artists that truly, genuinely care about what they're doing. They play from the heart, not for a chart. And we say it every single week, that you don't have to be famous to be on Wood Songs. You just need to be very, very good. We've got a wonderful singer-songwriter from New York to introduce to you, an amazing Wood Songs kid. But first, a genuine legend is returning to our stage. We're very grateful that he's here. He's got multiple Grammy nominations. He is a Grammy Award winner. He's a true legend of the Chicago blues, making his home out in Tennessee, in Memphis right now. He's got an album called Juke Joint Chapel. This is a tune off that album called Blues Overtook Me. Please welcome the legendary Charlie Musselwhite to the Wood Songs Old Time Radio.
Overtook me when I was a little child. You know, blues overtook me when I was a little child. You know, fast women and whiskey made this poor boy wild. When I was a kid, early on my own, I took the highway to be my home, and blues overtook me when I was a little child. You know, fast women and whiskey made this poor boy wild. I ain't complaining. Makes me want to hear my baby call my name. Blues overtook me when I was a little child. You know, fast women and whiskey made this poor boy wild. When you get in trouble, everybody's down on you. Blues will overtake you and pull you on through. You know, blues overtook me when I was a little child. You know, fast women and whiskey made this poor boy wild. That's all right. Suitcase, pack up my trunk. I ain't been drinking. Blues made me drunk. Blues overtook me when I was a little child. You know, fast women and whiskey made this poor boy wild. You might run, try and escape. The blues will overtake you one rainy day. Blues overtook me when I was a little child. You know, fast women and whiskey made this poor boy wild. Oh, baby. Blues overtook me, I ain't lying.
From his album Juke Joint Chapel, the legendary and Grammy Award-winning Charlie Musselwhite. It's so nice to have you back on the show. Thank you.
My pleasure to be here. Thank you.
So let's go back, dip into your background a little bit. Raised by a single mom.
Yep.
And she moved you to Memphis, which was sort of like a musical hotbed at the time. I mean, Elvis was happening, Johnny Cash was happening, Sun Records was happening.
We were all from Mississippi.
Yeah. And you took the short road to music stardom. You were digging ditches, you were pouring concrete, you were running moonshine.
Somebody had to do it.
So how did that lead into your musical career? Did it happen when you moved to Chicago?
Well, I just loved blues, and I started learning how to play blues in Memphis. I got to know a lot of the real old-time blues singers around Beale Street, like Will Shade and Gus Cannon and Furry Lewis and a lot of other guys. Names that wouldn't mean anything to anybody, but I didn't know at the time I was preparing myself for a career. I'd have paid a lot more attention. I just loved, it was like a hobby. So when I was 18, I was out of high school, and I'd heard there were a lot of really good paying jobs up in Chicago, and like thousands of other people, I headed north to get one of those factory jobs. And that's where I discovered the whole blues scene in Chicago. Didn't know nothing about it.
So how did, you are probably one of America's best harmonica players. I mean, no doubt. No doubt.
I've been practicing.
You've been practicing, sure. So when did you pick up the harmonica?
Well, they were always around. It was like a common toy.
Was it something when you were a kid that you'd see, or?
Well, when I was about 13, I decided I'd been listening to blues, and I loved the way the harmonica sound, and I thought, you have a harmonica, it probably feels even better to play it. So I'd go out in the woods where I thought nobody could hear me and started teaching myself. And then later I got to learn some real players, and it just kind of kept unfolding like that.
And the respect for you as a musician just kept on growing and growing. I'm going to brag on you a little bit, so bear with me here. I know it's hard for an artist to brag on themselves, but for those who may not be aware of how influential your legacy is, you've collaborated with Ben Harper, Cyndi Lauper, Eddie Vedder, Tom Waits, Bonnie Raitt, Blind Boys of Alabama, Government Mule, In Excess, Mickey Hart, George Thorogood, Cat Stevens, and John Lee Hooker was the best man at your wedding. So, I mean, yeah. So you developed an actual friendship with John Lee Hooker that lasted for, I mean, you guys were close.
When I was living in Chicago, John lived in Detroit. He would come to Chicago to work, and I made a point to go to his shows and meet him, and we just became instant friends the first time we met each other, and stayed close friends for the rest of his life.
And does having John Lee Hooker best man at your wedding, does that help keep the marriage together? Or do we not want to go there?
I think there were other things that were more important.
Well, you're here with a really fine musician from San Francisco. Bob Welch is playing guitar and keyboards with you. You've been on the road and doing this for over 6 decades. I mean, what changes have you noticed in the audience when it comes to the blues? What do you notice about the new audience that you play to?
Well, with all the, like YouTube and stuff like that, people are more informed now than they used to be. Used to be, if I mentioned a name like Robert Nighthawk, nobody would know what I meant. A lot of they still might not know, but I can tell you there's more people that know now today than ever.
So the internet is good because it does teach, it does inform, it does make things accessible, right?
There's tons of information where it used to be nothing.
Yeah, well, it made what was there rise up quicker, though, because it was more noticeable. There was less competition for a young Charlie Musselwhite that was coming up, right?
Well, when I started, there was no books, there was no magazines, there were no blues societies, there were no blues festivals, and now you have all that. So there's just, blues is worldwide now.
Well, I agree with that, and we're going to pursue some more of the Charlie Musselwhite blues right now. Ben Welsh has moved over to the keyboard, and you're going to sing us a song called Where'd All the Good Times Go? So appropriate for days like today. He's picking up his guitar. It's Charlie Musselwhite on the Wood Songs, Old Time Radio Hour.
All right. I learned this style of playing from Earl Hooker. Scene. Baby, here we are eating fatback and pinto beans. Won't somebody tell me? I'd love to hear about it if you think you know. Please tell me, baby, where did all the good times go? Take you out to dinner. We had fine steaks and wine. Baby, what are we doing now? This old welfare line, won't somebody tell me? I'd like to hear about it if you think you know. Tell me, baby, where'd all our good times go?
the name of the song. Where'd All the Good Times Go? The amazing Grammy-winning Charlie Musselwhite on our broadcast. If you want to know more about the music of Charlie Musselwhite, his album collection, he's got well over 20 albums that you can explore, and his tour schedule and everything. Just go to the Wood Songs website, click on the archive page. This is show number 1144, and you can find out about Charlie Musselwhite as well as our next artist, who originally from New York City. He traveled to Memphis, Tennessee to record his latest album. He's going to play the title cut called American Equator. Please welcome Pete Mancini to the Wood Songs Old Time Radio Hour.
Closed, it's for the best. Say your prayers, pay your respects, clean up the blood on the Capitol steps, break down the cages, tear down the walls, hang up the phone when the curtain calls. You're staring point blank in the eye of the swarm. Down here you get burned if you stay too long. Welcome to the American Equator. Just ride the faders till you can't hear the other side. The fire's been ignited, it's lit free to die. Kid, you can't get off of this ride. Hold on tight. Hold on tight. Choir screaming straight into a megaphone. Lights are always on, but there's no one home. Generation of latchkey kids. House was boarded up, now they're out on the skids. Hand to mouth, hand to hand, fixed bayonets on the witness stand. Cavalry charge on a TV screen. Blood for the people who walk these streets. Welcome to the American Equator. Just ride the faders till you can't the other side. Fire's been ignited, it's lit free to die. Kid, you can't get off of this ride. Hold on tight. Hold on tight. Days are gone at last. Let the flags hang from the overpass. Fly 'em high at the Heroes Parade. Don't lose sight of the light that we fight to save. Welcome to the American Equator. Just ride the faders till you can't hear the other side. The fire's been ignited, it's lit free to die. Kid, you can't get off of this ride. Hold on tight. 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 Hold on tight.
His guitar and harmonica, Pete Mancini. Welcome to the broadcast. It's nice to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
So you, home-based in New York, but like Charlie, you kind of gravitated towards Tennessee, around Tupelo, and then you decided to record this album.
We were actually in Mississippi, in Water Valley,
Mississippi.
at a studio called Dialed Back Sound with Matt Padden of the Drive-By Truckers producing. And I did 2 albums with him. I did my 3rd album, Killing the Old Ways, and the new album, American Equator.
American Equator is a great title. So you're on tour in the South, you're in Virginia, and a female fan comes up to you and says, "Welcome to the Equator," right?
Yeah.
And you ended up with a whole album out of it.
Yeah. Well, at least the title track. And for me, the American Equator would be if the ideological fault line in America was a place you could visit. I kind of started thinking about that, and that's where the song came from.
Do you find a lot of your lyrics to be, I don't want to say political, cause-oriented, community-oriented, things that are of issues to the people around you?
Absolutely, but it all depends on the song. Everyone's different, and I'm just kind of chasing them all down.
I'm sensing sort of a Woody Guthrie meets Tom Petty, kind of a Tom Petty attitude in what you're doing, which it's a compliment. I think it's great.
Honored, because I love both of them.
So was music part of your childhood growing up? I mean, or is this something that came later on?
Oh, absolutely. My parents, my mom plays piano, my dad plays oboe, and they were always playing great records in the house, like Beatles, Clapton, The Four Seasons, so that had a big impression on me.
Your American Equator album, a lot of good songs on it. You're about to play one called Technicolor Days. Great title. What is it about?
Well, I wrote it during the pandemic, imagining what it would be like to not be in a pandemic. And
I think everybody's really glad that sucker's over with.
Yes.
So,
thank God.
Be done with it.
And it ended up being about connecting with your inner child, the place where joy and creativity comes from. So.
Well, let's check it out. It's from his album American Equator. It's Technicolor Days. Pete Mancini on the Wood Song. Old Time Radio.
Our only limit was the sky. Waiting on the final bell, the streetlights told the time. Before we learned the game was weighted, life stretched out for miles. Right and wrong was a sing-along on our AM FM dial. The static settled in and all joy gave way to pain. The signal that we thought we lost is peeking through again. Our Technicolor days never went away, searching for a reason to look past the red and gray. Our Technicolor days are here again, here again, here again. Scrapes and scars and handlebars and swept suburban streets. Cruel nicknames and arcade games, trophies and defeats. A box of faded Polaroids, the yesterday's daydreams. Never stop to ask ourselves what any of it means. The static settled in and all the joy gave way to pain. The signal that we thought we lost is peeking through again. Our Technicolor days never went away, searching for a reason to look past the red and gray. Our Technicolor days are here again, here again, here again. Are they here again? Static settled in and all the joy gave way to pain. Signal that we thought we lost is peeking through again. Our Technicolor days never went away, searching for a reason to look past the red and gray. Our Technicolor
From his album American Equator, Pete Mancini. In the second half hour, we're going to find out about his incredible musical side hustle that he's got going on. We're also going to talk to Charlie Musselwhite, and you're going to find out his incredible influence over a major motion picture. And wait till you meet this week's Wood Songs kid. We'll be back right after this.
You're listening to Woodsong Show number 1144, broadcasting around the world by the foothills of Appalachia in Lexington, Kentucky. If you would like to attend a Woodsongs broadcast, you can find reservation and show schedules on our website, woodsongs.com. We'll be back after the break with Charlie Musselwhite, Pete Mancini, and our amazing Woodsongs kid on the Woodsongs Old Time Radio Hour. Woodsongs is presented in part by the Kentucky Department of Tourism and VisitLex.com, inviting families from all over the world to celebrate Lexington's 250th anniversary year. Woodsongs is an all-volunteer multimedia front porch for artists worldwide. You can visit our archived past shows, attend a broadcast while in Kentucky, or become a Woodsongs partner from our website, woodsongs.com.
Hi, this is Kevin Moe, and you're listening to the Woodsongs Old Time Radio Hour.
And thank you, Kev Moe, and welcome back, everybody, to our broadcast with Charlie Musselwhite, Pete Mancini on our broadcast. We're coming to you from our hometown of Lexington, Kentucky, the crossroads of America's folk and bluegrass music, the gateway city to the beautiful Appalachian Mountains, and the only place in America that you're going to find a 60-foot tall rainbow Abraham Lincoln. This is the place. If you're looking for that, Lexington is the place. We're on the air all over the world, over 500 radio stations like WETS, Public Radio in Johnson City, Tennessee, Red River Radio Network across Louisiana, northern Texas, and southern Arkansas. And if you happen to be in Australia, let's welcome the listeners on Goldfields FM 91.1 in Mayborough, Australia. Let's say hi to all the folks tuning in out there. We're also on American Forces Radio Network, which puts this show on the radio, 2 different channels in 177 nations worldwide, from South Korea to Kuwait, plus every single military base in the world, every U.S. naval ship in the world, every Coast Guard vessel sailing in North America. And as always, we want to say hello to the men and women that are out there. This is a time where we get to bring the spirit and feeling of home to so many of those folks, and the listeners in all those countries get to tune in American Forces Radio Network. We're on public television, coast to coast. We're on the RFD television network nationwide. We're also in schools with lesson plans. And because of that, this time on every broadcast, we invite a youngster from somewhere in America to come on the show. They get to play one song in the presence of seasoned touring artists like Pete Mancini, like the amazing Charlie Musselwhite, and today, all the way from Madisonville, Tennessee, let's welcome Landon Hawkins. How you doing, Landon?
I'm good. How are you?
So you're 16 years old.
Yes,
right?
sir.
And you come from the same hometown as a lot of really good kid musicians out there, like Wyatt Ellis and Emmy Sunshine, right? So you're one of them. You're playing the banjo. How long have you played the banjo?
Coming up on 4 years.
4 years. And why the banjo? Because I read that you like punk rock and all kinds of stuff, and the banjo doesn't kind of fit with that image.
No, I mean, I don't listen to banjo music,
But you're here.
Yeah, but I'm here playing
with
banjo
a banjo.
music. I think it's really fun to play. It's got a beautiful sound, and my custodian in middle school kind of is the one that made me want to play. He's amazing, and that made me want to play. And then I found jam, and now I'm here.
So you're here with a friend of the show, Perry Brake. He's going to play the Indian flute, and the reason is because you've written an instrumental sort of in the spirit of the Cherokee Indians, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is called Katua Unole. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
And what inspired this?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and hear it then, okay?
All right.
16 years old. He's from Madisonville, Tennessee. This week's Wood Songs kid, Landon Hawkins. It's an original song called Kachua Inole, 16-year-old Landon Hawkins, all the way from Madisonville, Tennessee. This week's Wood Songs Kid. If you are a parent or a guardian and you think that your youngster belongs on our broadcast, we want to hear from you. We listen to every single submission that comes in, and all you have to do is go to the Wood Songs website, click on the kids page, and maybe your youngster could be the next Wood Songs Kid. And let's say a big thanks to Perry Brake playing the Indian flute. He's a Grammy Award winner, multiple Grammy nominations, Blues Award winner, and we're going to talk to him about a major motion picture that he had a big influence over. But first, he's going to play a song with his harmonica, If I Should Have Bad Luck. It is Charlie Musselwhite on the Wood Songs, Old Time Radio.
If I should have bad luck, honey, a long, long way from home. If I should have bad luck, honey, a long, long way from home. Well, now, since I know you love me, honey, your love will keep me going. Passing people's houses on a dark and lonely road. Looks mighty cozy, but a place I can't go if I should have bad luck. Honey, a long, long way from home. Well, now, since I know you love me, honey, your love will keep me going. Coming home, baby. making 90 miles an hour down this highway in the dark. Yonder kitchen lights make me wonder how you are if I should have bad luck. Honey, long, long way from home. Well, now, since I know you love me, honey, your love will keep me going. If you can get me to Memphis, I'll make Clarksdale on my own. I said goodbye to more highways and people I have known. If the weather holds out and it don't snow or rain, everything is all right. Don't you worry about one little thing. Coming home, baby.
Incredible. Charlie Musselwhite, If I Should Have Bad Luck, is the name of the song. Bob Welch doing a great job on the electric guitar, but my gosh, the way you play that harmonica. When did you notice when you were playing the harmonica that you were good, that you were really good at this?
I'm still working on it.
No. Was that a hard thing for you to learn, or did you just pick it up right away?
Well, it's an interesting instrument because it's the only instrument you can't see how it's played.
Right, because you're covering it with your hands.
Yeah, every other instrument, the hands are used somehow, so you can't watch somebody and see what they're doing.
And I want the audience to know that you're playing one harmonica at a time, simple harmonica, one at a time. You
don't switch around.
Yeah, but you've got one in your hand.
I can only play one at a time. But in a tune, I'll switch to other
to get different textures, right?
Well, they call it position playing. I can play in the same key in different key harmonicas.
Okay. All right, now there's a major motion picture all about the blues that John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd put out. And Dan Aykroyd makes it a big point to say that his character of Elwood Blues in the Blues Brother motion picture is patterned closely after Charlie Musselwhite.
True.
So did you ever feel like you were on a mission from God, or as they say in the movie?
I'm on one right now.
You're on one right now. Well, let's keep the music going. By the way, this is a great song, My Kind of Gal, and we're going to dedicate this to your lovely...
Henrietta.
Yeah, Henrietta, 45 years married. 45 years. It's called My Kind of Gal, Charlie Musselwhite on the Wood Songs, Old Time Radio Hour.
My kind of gal, she's hot, she's hot, she's hot. kind of gal, she's hot, she's hot, she's hot. My kind of gal, loving everything she's got. Come down to loving, she loves to take her time. Come down to loving, she loves to take her time. No matter what you say, I know she's triple fine. She may be always come to see me, yeah, sometime. She may be always come to see me, yeah, sometime. She comes to see me when love is on her mind. I ain't lying. Too late, too late, too late, too late, too late. Too late, too late, too late, too late, too late. When it comes down to loving, my baby don't hesitate. No, she don't.
Absolutely incredible. My kind of gal. No wonder why Henrietta loves you. You got the fastest tongue in America. That's amazing.
She can't shake me.
She can't, right. How, is it hard to bend a note?
Well, after you've been doing it about 60 years or 70 years, it gets easier.
You got the hang of it. Charlie Musselwhite on Woodsong. Just amazing.
Thank you.
We have an amazing singer-songwriter from New York, and Pete, we want to talk to you for a second. You have an interesting side hustle. You're an excellent singer-songwriter. You're putting out albums and stuff, but a lot of folks have, I don't want to call them day jobs, but it's hard being in the music business, isn't it?
It is.
And a lot of folks don't really recognize the difficulty of staying in it.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you're doing good because you're able to stay in it. I admire anybody willing to stay or able to stay in it. I mean, it's a lot of work to do this thing they call playing, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. It's it takes a lot of sacrifice, a lot of time, but it's worth it for moments like this. You know
Sure.
what I mean?
Well, the audience is amazing, right? They always make everything better. You have an interesting, I call it a side hustle facetiously, but you've got an amazing association with an incredible songwriter. I want to give the audience a little taste of who this guy is. He wrote songs like Wichita Lineman, MacArthur Park, By the Time I Get to Phoenix, Up, Up, and Away, and tell everybody who you're associated with.
Jimmy Webb.
Jimmy Webb,
Yeah,
one of the
legendary songwriter.
Right. How did you? So you're sort of Jimmy Webb's tour mate.
Yeah, tour manager, assistant, guitar player, buddy.
I mean, that must be just an amazing experience, because who else could have that kind of experience? I mean, like a Charlie Musselwhite, but Jimmy Webb, I mean, he was sort of a Brian Wilson kind of a songwriter.
Oh, absolutely. I think he's one of the best songwriters to ever pick up the pen, and I'm honored to call him a friend.
Now, you're going to perform a song that Jimmy Webb sort of tagged you to write. Tell me the story.
Yes. So we were on tour. We were headed to New Jersey, and on Interstate 495 in New York and Queens, there's a hotel called the Paris Hotel, and there's a big Eiffel Tower model on the top of it. It's all lit up neon. And Jimmy looks at it and he says, you know, someone should write a song about that place. And I was driving. I was like, okay, challenge accepted. I started writing the song.
Let's get this straight. One of the greatest songwriters in American music history, right?
Yes.
He's the youngest guy ever to win Grammy Award for Song of the Year. He's only like 21 years old at the time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so this guy sees something odd and says, go write a song about it.
Yeah, so you go and write a song about it. You know? So I started writing the song, and I showed it to him at a sound check at a gig later on, and, you know, I had 2 verses, 2 choruses. I played it for him, and he's kind of stroking his chin. He's like really thinking about it. I'm like, oh man, I wonder what he's gonna say. And he goes, needs a 3rd verse. And he just stormed off. And I was like, okay. He didn't say it was terrible, so that's great. And I finished the song. I put it on my new record, and I'm happy I did.
Well, we're about to get to it, but you know, you and I were talking backstage. Never underestimate the importance of that 3rd verse, right?
Yes.
I mean, Paul Simon was in the studio for Bridge Over Troubled Water, and that's what the producer told him. It needs a 3rd verse. So when you listen to Bridge Over Troubled Water, Sail on Silver, his song, 3rd verse was about his wife, but he just threw it together literally in the studio because they said it needed a 3rd verse. So this could be your Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Maybe.
No,
I hope so.
The pressure's on. It's called the Paris Hotel. It is Pete Mancini on the Wood Songs, Old Time Radio.
By the Eiffel Tower on 495, near the emerald glow of the frac skyline. Checked in under made-up names. The expressway sounded like the same. Oh, our starry nights were sadly fleeting. Now they're stuck in my mind, repeating. It's all over as far as I can tell. But we'll always have the Paris Hotel. Satin sheets and a rotary phone. Temporary place to call our own. Incidentally, you stuck me with the bill. Left a vacancy can't be filled. Oh, we never crossed the Atlantic. We couldn't make it in a world so frantic. It's all over as far as I can tell. But we'll always have the Paris Hotel. Left my keys with the concierge to greet the morning rush hour air. Held a cab on the service road. Will we meet again? Who's to know? Or our starry nights were sadly fleeting. Now they're stuck in my mind, repeating. I hope this letter, it finds you well. I'll be waiting at the Paris Hotel. Paris Hotel. Paris Hotel.
Wasn't it great having Pete Mancini on our broadcast? This week's Wood Songs kid, 16-year-old Landon Hawkins from Madisonville, Tennessee. Good job, Landon. And the amazing Memphis Charlie himself, Charlie Musselwhite. Absolutely wonderful to have you here. Music has all kinds of inspiration. It's true for Pete, it's true for our Wood Songs kid, it's very true for Charlie as well, it's true for you. I remember the words of Willie Dixon, one of the greatest songwriters, blues artists in America. He says, you can get the blues because your baby come back home, you get the blues because she left you. Either way, that's the inspiration, because real life is where all this music and art comes from. My name is Michael Jonathan. I'm a folk singer. I am a song farmer. We'll see you next week on the Wood Songs Old Time Radio. Good night.
You've been listening to Wood Songs broadcast number 1144. Michael's opening song was Flowers from the Ravenwood album featuring Sharon Oler and Dayton and Brothers on flute. Our chief engineer is Jerome Galt. Our TV director is Maria Claire. Technical assistants are Brian Klausing, Eric Anderson, Dan Field, and Gavin Clark. The Wood Songs crew member of the week is Brian Klausing, and our Wood Songs partner of the week is Kathy Courier. Our show is produced with the support of Martin Guitars, the Kentucky Department of Tourism, and VisitLex.com. Welcoming visitors from all over the world to Lexington, Kentucky. Special support provided by Highbridge Spring Water, Spring Hill Sweets, Nate's Coffee, and Travel Host Magazine. Wood Songs and Wood Songs are registered trademarks of Rachel Aubrey Music and distributed worldwide by the Wood Songs Radio Network and PRX, the Public Radio Exchange. For Michael Jonathan and the entire Wood Songs crew, this is Dorothy Edwards. We hope you'll join us again next week for the Wood Songs Old Time Radio Hour. The online version of Wood Songs is a free gift to our fans, provided by VisitLex.com and KentuckyTourism.com, inviting fans and families worldwide to attend our live broadcast tapings at the Lyric Theater in historic Lexington, Kentucky. The encore section is next. You can support our musical mission by becoming a Wood Songs partner. It's as simple as a PayPal click on our website, woodsongs.com.
Let's give Dorothy a big round of applause. She's here every week. Give yourselves one. You're a wonderful audience. Oh, my God. Thank you. So our artists are going to give everybody a encore performance as a thank you for that. We got a couple of announcements we'll do in between the encores, and then they will be in the lobby to say hello. Don't feel like you need to run off. And somewhere in between all this, we're going to turn the lights on, and we're going to get some crowd shots of you guys. So, you know, if you got it, comb it. You know, get ready for this. So we're going to be getting close-ups, groups of 4 or 5 at a time. So if you're in the Folk Music Witness Protection Program, don't worry about it. Nobody's going to know you're here anyway. So, all right, let's start out with Pete, and then we'll do our Wood Songs Kid, and we'll end the evening, of course, with Charlie Musselwhite. So what do you want to play the song that you did about Travis?
I'm going to play a different one, but
Okay.
This one was inspired by a conversation I had with my dear friend Travis McKeveny, a great songwriter from Blue Point, New York. And I recorded this song on my 3rd album, Killing the Old Ways. It's a song about the passage of time. It's called Why the Building Falls. It goes like this. Cover up the weather beams, fresh paint over the seams. This old house was built in 1929 in a simple, peaceful time. Comb your hair, cover up the gray. Try to smooth the lines of your face. Your eyes have seen their share of despair, reflections of the sadness you wear. Ask not why the building falls, walls will crumble, and so do we all. Ask not what the wise men say. Find your truth and live for today before it gets away. Flags will burn, cities will rust. Stories told, recorded in dust. Lessons learned, the wisdom of age. Knock it down, tear a new page. Ask not why the building falls, walls will crumble, and so do we all. Ask not what the wise men say. Find your truth and live for today before it gets away. Ask not why the building falls, walls will crumble, and so do we all. Ask not what the wise men say. Find your truth and live for today before it gets away.
Good job, Pete. Pete will be out in the lobby. Remember, some of the artists did bring their albums. You could bring their music home with you. That would be great for you to do. We've also got some special guests in the room tonight. Governor's School for the Arts. Hey, GSA. Good to see you guys. Thank you. All right, so we've got a youngster ready to go. He doesn't listen to banjo music, but he plays it. So, what are you going to play for us?
So I'm coming up with a medley of different modal tunes. It'll be Kitchen Girl and Cold Frosty Morn. So.
All right, Landon Hawkins, play it.
All right.
Landon Hawkins. Perry Brake playing mandolin. I'm going to brag on Perry and his lovely wife Diana, who's also here tonight. And hear me out on this. When the storms of Helene hit, it was devastating, absolutely devastating. Woodsongs reached out to our audience. We collected a little over 1,800 playable instruments from all over the country. For banjos, guitars, flutes, saxophones, fiddles, mandolins, everything that you could think of. We collected them all, got them to Warren Wilson College in Asheville, North Carolina, and we gifted all 1,800 of these instruments, and Perry and Diana were part of that project. While that was going on, the storms hit the Appalachian Corridor again, and we couldn't be helping North Carolina folks when our own home state was being devastated by storms. So just a few weeks later in Pikeville, Kentucky, we gifted another several hundred of instruments that you as an audience helped us collect. And again, Perry and Diana came up from Tennessee to be part of that. So we thank you guys very much. All the crew, all the amazing volunteers. And again, the artist will be in the lobby, so don't feel that you need to rush. Now, what we're going to do is turn the cameras around really quick, I think. Are we doing this or not? Are we doing this or not? Yes. Evidently, it's yes. And look at all you beautiful people. Hi. So remember, fix your collar. If you're here with someone that's not your spouse, you may want to sit in the back. I'm kidding, I'm joking. All right, so we want to get clusters of about 6 or 7 folks, please. Clusters of 6 or 7 folks. Tell me when you're ready. Are we ready? So here's what I want you to do. Look adoringly at Charlie Musselwhite. Now I want you to applaud. Okay. All right, is camera 3 on target here? Do we have to do it again? Yes or no? Camera 3? Do we have to do it again? Is anybody hearing? Let's assume camera 3 is ready now. So look adoringly. Now applaud. Okay. Now you're going to say Woodsong's Old Time Radio Hour with me. Ready? Woodsong's Old Time Radio Hour. Very, very good. Let's do that one more time. Ready? One more time. Woodsong's Old Time Radio Hour. Good. I heard an audience drop on that. Do we have to do that again? Yes. Okay, let's keep the faders up. Let's try it again. Ready? We're going to do it one more time. Ready? Woodsong's Old Time Radio Hour. All right. You guys are very cooperative. We thank you. Now, there's going to be a lot of great shows coming up. There's going to be, in July, we're doing 2 more episodes of Woodsong's Kids. That is its own TV and radio series. It launches, season 3 launches to PBS next week, and we start filming season 4. Incredible kids from all over the nation. If you want to know about that, if you want to know about the Troubadour concert series, the amazing artists that are coming to the Kentucky Theater, and who's coming every week here on Woodsongs, we encourage you to go to the Woodsongs website, click on the newsletter, and sign up for the weekly newsletter. It's free. We do not share it with anybody. We do not sell it to anybody. It's exclusively for Woodsongs and the Troubadour concert series, and we would love for you to be part of the future endeavors. And Charlie, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure to be here.
What you do is amazing. What you do is amazing. The way you play is amazing. And how nice that Bob Welch could join you tonight as well.
I couldn't do it without him.
He's a good man. What do you want to close our night with? What are you going to play for us? What are you going to play for us to close the night?
An old Sonny Boy Williamson tune called Help Me. I don't know if you've heard of Sonny Boy, but he was a rascal. Help me, darling. I can't do it by myself. Help me, baby. I can't do it by myself. No, I can't. Love me, darling. I'll have to find somebody else. I might wash, I might have to sew, I might cook, I might mop your floor, but baby, I can't do it by myself. Love me, darling, I gotta find somebody else. Bring my night shirt, baby. Put on your morning gown. Bring my night shirt, baby. Put on your morning gown. You know I don't feel like sleeping. I just feel like lying down. Come here, baby. See me coming, mama. Run, get your rocking chair. See me coming, mama. Run, get your rocking chair. Well, I ain't no stranger. This ain't my first time here. No, it ain't. Need you to roll me, babe, like you roll your wagon wheel. Won't you roll me, baby, like you roll your wagon wheel? When you roll me, baby, oh, how good it makes me feel. All right, Bob. Help me, baby. I can't do it by myself. Help me, baby. I can't do it by myself. Love me, darling. I'll have to find somebody else.
got a spare room behind the barn for my Mac attack when I'm on the farm. You click it on, then you click around. See the cyber fun